Hey, welcome to the Clean Hit Podcast. We're back here with episode 12. I'm joined by Billy and Fishy. I'm Jay. And today we
No more hands.
have some stuff. Huh?
No more hands.
No more hands, yeah. We're in the double digits now, boys. We're in the big time now. Auzzie's away on business. So it's just going to be us for today. Hope you guys don't mind. Let's get right into some NHL news right off the bat. So Coyotes draft pick, Mitchell Miller, he lost his spot on the team.
Bye.
What do you guys have to say about that?
Just a piece of
Garbage.
You know what?
They should have been in our top 5 most hated
You
players.
know what? If there was ever a guy to deserve a straight up scissor kick to the neck, it's this kid.
Instead of Booker T should have just came and scissor kicked
he
him.
deserves every kind of WWE finishing move, like real deal. Like you know when
before the PG, like the FUs and all those.
No. Like we're talking
Undertaker?
tombstones, choke slams, you name it. This kid's just a dirtbag. He never apologized. Probably won't ever apologize.
He still
Doesn't
hasn't
ever
apologized.
deserve to play. So I don't even know how good he is. Even if he is good.
But I don't know, who
cares?
You know what the sad part is that if it wasn't brought to light, I guarantee you Arizona wouldn't have said a word.
Oh,
The worst part about
word.
this, possibly the worst part about it, is Arizona knew about this.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes it worse. But whatever, the kid's not playing anymore.
because other teams knew. That's why he dropped in the draft. Because other teams were like, no, we're not.
And the Hockey Diversity Alliance came out and they put out a statement saying how you guys allowing this to happen. You guys literally drafted a player. At that point, you don't look at the player, you look at the character. Like they mentioned last week's episode. If you walked into the locker room, what's his demeanor gonna be like? How could you trust as a teammate? Would you trust him? If you're African American in that locker room, would you trust him? You're not going to. What he did to the individual that he did it is disgusting. He got what he deserved.
For me, it's the remorse thing. Because if that was me, I would have put out a statement before I even got drafted.
If he apologized, if he went and he did something that did an initiative and made a plan that you can action on, okay. But he did literally nothing.
And still, to this day, has
Nothing.
done nothing.
I've heard in the courtroom when he was being as a juvenile, he was in the courtroom while the sentencing was going on. It was him and another person that was with him,
Yeah.
and the kid that he was with who did the same thing as him, bawling his eyes out.
I think he apologized.
And he obviously
Yeah,
was
yeah.
apologizing, but he kind of understood maybe the magnitude of what he did, right? Maybe he was scared of the consequences, but it was a two-way street, right? So or that's probably the wrong terms.
Yeah.
But either way,
Yeah,
anyways,
yeah.
he felt bad, and I guess the judge reamed out this
The
Miller
kid,
kid
yeah.
saying, you're unremorseful. You're 1, 2, 3, and just kind of called him out inside the courtroom. And he's still, 4 years later, didn't have any remorse, doesn't care, and I don't think any of us should either. So
Yeah, I'm not shocked that he got his rights released by Arizona.
And he lost also his rights to North Dakota, the university he's going to. So he's
Cool.
probably heading to the KHL.
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Who's he
I
gonna
think
join?
that's the last
Bill-
time we'll talk
Bills
about
Peters?
him. But he'll probably go play Bill Peters. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the last time we'll talk about him on this podcast. So
Yeah.
just thought we should bring that up to put a conclusion to that story. Next up on the agenda, the Ontario Hockey League has announced that they are not going
God.
to be doing body checking this year due to COVID-19.
I don't understand that,
Which
bro.
absolutely makes zero sense. It's not as if they're going to be riding the same team bus, traveling all over the province, traveling everywhere. You know what I mean? And you're going to be in contact with all these people, and then they're not going to be in a bubble, so they're going to be seeing their family and their friends at the same time. But you're telling me, and they're taking face-offs. You're telling me, no, you're going to draw the line for 3 seconds of contact when you hit somebody.
I don't
Absolutely
understand
no
that.
sense.
It doesn't imagine going because now you're in the OHL, you're equipped to hitting. If you're at least if not hitting, you're equipped to taking the body.
What? You start
You know what
hitting
I'm
at what?
saying? Yeah.
12 years old, 11, 12 years old. So you're used to it.
imagine going, what do you do? What about if someone's in the corner? What do you you just stop and
just
put
watch-
your stick there?
Listen,
watch it.
this is hockey. You're not going to be 6 feet apart. You're not going to social distance. You're playing a sport. It's stupid. They need to get rid of it, or they need to get rid of this idea or of the ruling that there's going to be no hitting.
Even Doug Ford came out and if he comes out and says we want the Ontario Hockey League to continue, but we want it to continue with hitting, hockey can't I remember when people saying, okay, if you took out fighting, sure, I understand. Your
don't
fists are
understand
hitting
that.
each other. If you're in the OHL, sure, your fists are hitting each other, whatever. But
Bare
hitting,
knuckle, sure.
what? What are you talking about? It's not like they're making out while hitting. what are you guys doing, bro? It's not like they're going. Like it doesn't make sense.
It makes literally 0 sense. Like we play in like a non-hitting league, but that's because I don't want to get.
It's men's
messed
league.
up. It's men's
It's
league,
not.
you know
It's
what I
not
mean?
men's league.
Exactly.
This is
literally the pros.
these
you know what I
are-
mean?
They're
yeah.
playing Pee-wee or something, bro.
So like it's just gonna be poke check. We'll be pressing A the whole time, and trying to get the puck off people. It's ridiculous. It's such a joke.
OHL.
Yeah. Last bit of news here. I want to bring up something that my next jersey purchase is going to be the Dallas Stars. Their lights out jersey, the blackout jersey, whatever you call it.
the monster.
The Monster Energy Drink
Monster energy drink jersey.
jersey. Yeah, that thing's sick. I'm buying that for sure.
That's cool.
What's your take on that
I
jersey?
love that jersey, man.
Do you?
It's
What? No.
So nice.
No, you didn't say that.
It's so
you
nice.
didn't say that before.
Literally 2 minutes ago, you were.
We're talking about the wrong jersey.
What?
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Can
Okay.
I talk about the Kachina?
I like that. Yeah, I don't like that jersey. But
What?
I love the new Dallas Stars jersey.
Dallas
the
Stars.
black and green. The only thing I don't like, maybe the logo could have been a bit smaller, but the vibes there. The vibes there, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got
I don't know
here.
why you guys are so shocked anyway.
Reminds me of D-Generation X from the WWE
Triple
days.
H, Shawn Michaels.
Are you ready? We're gonna go right. So that's our hockey news. Nothing's happening. Oh wait, the Oilers signed Dominic
Cahoon.
Cahoon.
Drysaitl's been recruiting this dude.
Yeah, I hope he works out better than Reader because the last other German we had on the team was not a good.
Honestly, the Oilers should
experiment.
debate bringing back Strome.
Okay, anyways, so we're starting this new segment today on the Clean It Podcast where we're gonna be doing an intense, vigorous breakdown of each of the divisions.
Vigorous is like two.
We're gonna be dissecting it, analytics, advanced statistics, all this stuff. We're gonna be going in depth for each division in the league. And today we're gonna start off with the lovely, lovely Metro Division. So
There's one second. Like,
What?
you really like spit out a lot of like
what?
like
It's true. We're gonna break down
vigorously statistics
vigorously,
and analytics.
statistically.
And
All right, guys, we're just gonna break down the
gonna
Metro
tell you
Division.
who's
We're gonna
there.
tell you some good players on each team. We're gonna tell
yeah.
you what to look out for. We're gonna tell you some things that they need,
English,
all that kind of
English.
stuff.
So you
We're
guys
barely good at facts. Actually, going back at facts.
we're horrible.
No, listen. Last podcast, episode 11.
The one that
when I was listening
you,
to
you were in here.
with Hamdan here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that, by the way.
Wow. Okay. So listen, good job, guys. But my lord, you guys were like, who's number 5 on Detroit?
No, we.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
say that.
You
I
guys-
said Lindstrom.
No. He said who's number 5? He said who's number 5 in Detroit. I said Lindstrom, and I was
No,
like,
no,
you
no,
guys-
no, no,
and
no,
you
no,
made
no,
me
no, no.
second guess
Look
myself.
back. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's Lindstrom. Check who's number 5 on
pretty
Detroit.
sure.
Yeah, check
Pretty
it.
sure that's
you
Bite
said,
me, bro. Bite me, bro.
pretty. You guys, listen.
Bite me,
No.
bro.
Lindstrom, Nicholas Lindstrom is,
The greatest defenseman ever. Bite me.
and you guys. Oh, I think. Let me double check.
Like
It
who?
took 5 minutes for them
Yo,
to figure out that
that's how, like-
Nicholas Lindstrom was number 5. Anyway,
No, I didn't.
You
Look,
guys,
I said I'm
suck.
pretty sure
You
it's
guys-
No analytics, no nothing.
Oh,
We're barely
hey,
good at the. We're
says
barely good
the
at the
person-
facts.
Says the person who says Josh Anderson was inexistent in the Leafs Columbus series. He literally wasn't even in it. Literally inexistent. Talk about facts, donkey.
Listen, my
donk.
bad.
I'm just saying, go
Stupid
back and look what
donkey.
I said. I said it's Lindstrom, and then I said
I said a Lindstrom.
and then you
Listen,
second-
mine
you
was
made
a
me
slip. You guys' shit
A
was
slip?
straight up
They
disrespectful.
made
You
me
talked
second
about
guess
a player.
myself.
You talked about a player who wasn't even in the series.
Why are we yelling?
Because
I'll
this
be
guy-
friends here. I'll be friends here, Vision.
The Max Kellerman over here, bro.
This guy's a fool.
Stupid donk.
This guy's
Okay.
a straight up fool.
So we're gonna break down the Metro Division for you guys. That was that whole intro was the intro for every division that we're gonna do. So Billal, we'll let you take the
All right.
lead on this one.
Okay, so the way it kind of went with the whole COVID playoffs and the play-ins and all that kind of stuff, we could all agree that not that there's an asterisk on the winner, but almost on the performance of the teams, right? Like you had some teams overperform, underperform. I don't know. It was a little bit of a weird playoffs.
It was very weird.
But either way, you still had the top guys. Well, to start that playoffs, you had the top seeded team in the Metro was the Washington Capitals. They got some new D-men. They got Justin Schultz. They signed him to a 2x8, so $4 million average. They signed Brendan Dillon.
Brendan
4
Dillon
years.
was the
for 4 years.
went
That's
to
a
last
really
year
good
though,
signing.
right?
He got traded from San Jose.
Oh, sorry,
to
traded, and then he
re-signed.
signed.
He re-upped with
Yes,
them, yeah.
and
Get
then
your facts straight, by the way. I'm gonna say that every time.
and then they're using a new number 1 goalie, right? So they got rid of Holtby, they let him walk, and now they're letting Samsonov
and
Samsonov,
Lundqvist.
yeah.
steer the ship. So
And Lundqvist.
we're gonna see how that goes. He only had 26 starts. Or 26 game played. He only had 22 starts last season.
I think they'll split between him and Lundqvist.
So we'll see how that all goes. New coach, Laviolette's the new coach there, and we're gonna see kind of what's gonna happen. Some older guys on the team, or guys are getting older, but Ovi's still in his prime. So I don't know. Well, we don't know when his prime's gonna end.
Can you pull up something like while we're talking?
Sure.
Can you pull up how many coaches has Ovi had? I just want to know just for sake of like just knowing. I just feel like he's had like 1,000 coaches for something.
Sure. What do you guys think on of Washington though? Like, do you have any guys going up, down?
I think Verana's gonna go up for sure. Wilson will.
I think Verana has the most upside on the team.
I think Wilson too.
I think we'll see the same old Ovi.
Backstrom, you'll see. Oshie, you'll see.
Yeah, the usual suspects. I think
it's gonna be the goaltending. The goaltending's gonna be the question mark. I don't have too much questions on Samsonov because I think he can take the reins.
And if he does, Lundqvist is capable, I think, of at least doing a third of the games.
They got better. That's plain and simple. They still have. I think Kuznetsov is the biggest question mark for me on that team. I just feel like he's there, but he's not making an impact. Like even may show up on the score sheet or whatever, but he's just not defensively sound that he should be. Like he's getting paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
He just I don't think he's that worth.
This will be Ovi's 7th coach.
That's insane.
His 7th head coach.
Hasn't Nuge had 9?
Pretty sure, and Nuge had I think almost 3 in 1 year.
But it's just like you look at a star player, like even you think of like Crosby. How many coaches has Crosby had? Nowhere near 7, I don't think. So.
Well, I mean they've won. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Right?
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, how many coaches do you need?
Yeah, I think Capitals. I think the Capitals. It's more of the same this year. I don't think we'll see regression yet. I think that comes the year after. I think that's when the Capitals start to have their downturn.
Yeah.
I think Ovi, like if Ovi gets his contract and the whole team kind of is gonna figure out, okay, we need to get this guy 50, or he's gonna get it, but we're gonna set him up for it.
Like, do you want your whole team? I know it's a great accomplishment, but do you want your whole team geared towards getting Ovi?
Like you don't have to have your whole. You just have to have that line in that power play.
But I still feel like they're gonna be top of the div, or top of the div.
I think.
You think they'll be number 1?
I think they'll be number 1.
I think they'll be top 3.
We'll see how it goes, but I still think they're gonna be top of it. They still have the goal scoring. They're great offensively. Their defense or their goalies.
Defense is a bit suspect.
Their defense is a little bit suspect. Their goalies yet to be seen, but we'll see. Maybe it's gonna
Got to give them the benefit of the doubt.
We'll give him because getting a new coach in Laviolette, he's someone who's always taken his team all the way.
Stanley Cup winner.
Yep.
So it's gonna be hard to doubt these guys. We'll see how it goes.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay. So
Pittsburgh,
Philadelphia Flyers. Here's the thing. I love hating them just because of Adi Verhot. Hey, buddy. But I hate that I'm about to say this. I really hate about to say this, but they're kind of a good team. And
they are.
Okay, so
they're a very good team.
Go ahead.
No, go for it.
Okay, so I think they're a good team. I had them going far last year.
You did, yeah. We didn't.
But yeah, they went farther than you guys expected.
Yeah, I thought I said you guys as if you're not a
no,
Oilers
you
fan.
and Auzzie. So like I just feel like their core, like the Giroux's, the Voraceks of the world.
It's not Giroux. It's we had this fight before. It's Couturier, Konechny.
I literally didn't finish what I was supposed to say.
No,
like,
you
I
always,
literally said their
Voracek has fallen off the face of the planet.
No, go ahead. Okay. I literally didn't finish what I was gonna say, but you literally just go ahead.
I think top to bottom, top to bottom.
What a donkey!
Listen, Philly is a good team. I think it's yet to be seen what Hart can do.
No, yet to be seen.
No, not yet to be seen. Sorry, like as a full-fledged number 1, like he's an amazing goalie. Don't get me wrong, but like to see him, like, is he gonna be the next
Carey Price?
Is he going to be the next Carey Price? Is he going to be that next, that top 5 in that top 5, top 10 goalies like in the league currently? Yeah. Is he going to be that guy? They still have Elliott as his backup, as a good mentor or whatnot. They have, some good pieces. Can we see Giroux bounce back? Can we see guys like Voracek kind of turn back the clock? Right? I don't know. They're both 31, 32.
They're old, but
I want to say that. So
they have their successors there. So
we'll see. They have Oscar Lindblom. Hopefully he's back to 100%.
He played in the playoffs.
No, but I'm saying just full time. Yeah. Full time, is he back to being good? Their defense, that's the one that's going to be.
They lost Niskanen.
They lost Niskanen, but they also did get Eric Gustafsson from from
Bit of a risk.
Chicago?
Calgary.
from
Calgary. He got
What's-
traded. He got traded
to Calgary.
Calgary.
Yes.
From
So
Chicago.
we'll see how that all goes. They got him.
Get
they
your
have
facts straight.
they got Provorov. They have Provorov kind of leading the pack. So we'll see how they go. Still a top team. Also, they do have some cap space, so maybe they're going to go after someone like Hoffman for a 1-year deal.
One thing to mention: Provorov is an extremely underrated defenseman.
He
He's
is
so
very
good.
underrated.
He's literally he quarterbacks that team 5-on-5 power play everything. He's
And
so
Gostisbehere is gone. So
You know what
is he,
sucks?
isn't he still there?
well, I'm pretty sure he didn't sign yet. So
No, bro, Ghost is locked in.
no. I think
The thing that sucks right now is Audie
you're
Hot is
incorrect.
smiling from ear to ear
Check
right now.
check Tap Friendly.
Because he knows that
I just want to say check your facts so bad right
Okay,
now.
here.
Check it out.
I'm pretty sure he's gone. I'm about 99% sure he's gone. But
Okay.
either way, let's kick it off to the next team. Let's start talking about the Pittsburgh Penguins. How do you
Okay.
think they're gonna
I think they'll make playoffs like per usual. They still have their like Gensel. They got Zucker. They got but like Jim Rutherford. I don't know how to like put him into words. I don't even put confused. Like, that's
Straight up, like, is he like he's dumb, right? Can we say he's dumb?
I don't think like hey.
He doesn't make good moves.
There was one report saying like he made a trade and like he thought he was gonna like make more cap space, but he lost cap space. So like I don't know how you can do that as a GM like for that like you've been a GM for that long.
I love Matt Murray too. He's like, yeah, we're gonna keep Matt Murray and Jari, and then
No, Jack John. I love Jack Johnson. Buys him out literally like 2 days later, bro.
You're
Go
a great-
signs Cody Cece. Cody
Oh
Cece.
my god.
Oh my god.
Hey,
But
Billal, who would you rather have, Jack Johnson or Cody Cece?
do. Jack Johnson.
by far.
Cody Cece, I'm pretty sure does not have a brain, but that's something else.
Yeah, Rutherford is just I don't know. He's not.
But here's the thing. So you still have guys like Jake Gensel went out. He's a former 40-goal scorer. You got Crosby, still, he was injured last year. He was battling those hernias. I don't think that's gonna affect him.
Gino.
Still top guy. They have Kasperi Kapanen, Leafs legend. The guy's probably gonna get about 50. Quote me on that.
Gino Malkin, bro.
You have the Malkin line, so Malkin, Rust, and Zucker. That's gonna be Malkin and Rust have been playing together.
You know what I
last year.
compare that line to? Literally, like imagine Dry, Hopkins, and Yams. Like I
Shoulder?
like you Malkin, Rust, and Zucker.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It's yet to be seen. Last year they had tons of goalie problems. This year they're gonna still have those goalie problems. They have
Well, Jari went off and then he got
Jari
injured, right?
Yeah, they have Jari. Is he gonna be a number one guy? We'll see.
I think you will.
Like a full-fledged number one guy. So we'll see about them. They're always kind of a weird team. When you think that they're gonna be the top dogs, they're usually in the middle. And so
They win a Stanley Cup.
And they win the cup.
I don't know where.
right? So we'll see how they do. It's very tough to doubt. Teams in the Metro. I feel just kind of looking through the list. So we'll see about Pittsburgh. Overall, they made some subtractions, but we'll see. I think their core is still strong.
One thing with Pittsburgh is that you can bet your money that if it ain't going well, it's gonna get like blown up. Like not like to the like Crosby, Malkin getting traded, but like as in like everyone around them will get traded because like you've seen like Pittsburgh's one of the most active teams in the NHL year round. So
I don't think they can get rid of much more because I think Gensel. This is gonna. I'm gonna get shit on for this. I think Gensel is less movable than Malkin.
that's not no. I agree.
You
with
get me?
I agree. I think
I think- I
Malkin,
think they
Malkin
need- I
is
think
more
they-
movable than Gensel.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. I think they need to keep.
100%.
I think they need to hold on to Gensel.
1000%.
Same thing with Crosby.
Oh, so you're saying you'd rather?
I'd rather move Malkin.
It's more likely Malkin gets moved than Gensel.
Oh.
I agree with that.
because
100%.
Malkin you could get a huge haul for him.
Bro, Gensel's like
and Gensel's young.
young.
Yeah.
And like Malkin, like you can still like, and even there's reports like sometimes during the year that Malkin wants out, or like even when like Bilal's favorite player Phil Kessel like was still there, like he was saying, trade Kessel or trade me, like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Anyways, I was wrong about Gostisbehere. But either way, the guy's
Check
probably
the-
gonna be a healthy
Did you
scratch. So whatever, he's a fool.
check
What?
your facts.
Okay.
I just wanted to say
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
We're gonna put that on a t-shirt.
I should. Good
Should.
idea.
Check your facts. Fishy. Check your facts.
All right, hopping over to probably the
Bunch of jerks.
jerks of the league.
Carolina Hurricanes. Bunch of jerks, as we said before. What's your guys' takes on the Hurricanes this year? Like, I think what do they still have 85 defensemen? Is that what
They
is that-
still
They
have
still have
about
85
100
defensemen.
100 defensemen. They're all unreal. This is the team that's just a solid team, amazing defense. But it's just kind of a team that you look at and are their goalies their problem,
That's-
right?
it's
So
I think the goalie is the problem.
you know, so they have Peter Mrazek and they have their Mrazek and Reimer tandem, and I don't think it'll cut it for them, right? So, like, just listing their defensemen, tell me if this is not the best defensive core in the East. Like
I think in the league.
it could be in the
I'd say
league,
probably
but
in the
just
league,
like in the East for sure. Slavin, Hamilton, Shea, Pesci, Gardner, Hayden Fleury, who just recently signed.
Imagine, yeah, Hayden Fleury got arbitration or he just signed.
Yeah, arbitration.
Like imagine Hayden Fleury and who was the other one?
And Gardner.
And Gardner being your bottom.
Yeah, like,
on your
what a
boss.
dream.
So
Like
You
that
know,
would be
if
like
they had
that-
Chris Russell, they would be
taking
locked in.
what's his name? Jake Gardner was that first pairing on the Leafs.
yeah, terrible. No, you know what? The issue was with the Leafs. Just a little. We're going up on a tangent here. The Leafs gave him too much responsibility. The guys put him on the third pairing. You'll see what he can do. He was actually really good for Carolina.
Hold on, he got
Was he as bad as Leafs fans? Like,
no.
Give him too much to work with,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
give him too much time on the ice, and give him too much of an assignment. He's gonna be terrible
He got
because he's not
flustered.
that good.
Yeah.
But give him the right time, the right amount of ice time, the right everything. Good scenario. He's gonna be a good defenseman.
There's even reports of him being traded from
So,
Carolina.
anyways, but you know, looking at their forwards, you're gonna see. I think the breakout of
I think
like so many
Stretch.
guys.
dimension like to go on. I think most talent, honestly, like talent wise, they're up there.
I agree with you. I
And
think
youth.
And
their top six is
Like they're up there with
nuts.
with Colorado. Honestly, like
I forgot that they have Trocheck too. Like that
So
is-
they have
I don't
Trocheck, Nikas, and Nito Niederreiter. That would be considered their second line on daily faceoff. But just a solid. I think they have some good depth. They have some good depth, and their top guys are just
so good.
so good.
Sebastian Aho's
Svetch,
so good. man.
Aho and Tiravainen. That's
Aho's
their-
for sure. I think their best player.
he arguably
He's-
could be
he's-
top 10 in the league, right? So
I agree.
top 10 player in the league. You know, he could always. He's a 90-point guy. I think, like, he's a 90-point guy. You're
On the
gonna see
regular.
it on the regular. I think he's gonna be consistent. Crazy that he fell so far in the draft.
Right.
He might have been the biggest steal in
See,
in
Montreal-
Wow.
Mark Bergeron or whatever his name is.
Bergevin.
Bergevin.
Yeah, what's oversheeted?
That's the best move I think he's made in
Yeah.
Montreal Canadiens' career is literally offer sheeting Sebastian Aho.
Yeah.
Not even getting him, just offer sheeting him.
like a smart move because you force them to pay him
Like, and not even that. Like, what did he pay him?
8.25, I think.
Like,
I can
it
quickly
was
search
something.
that up.
It was something low. I don't think they paid him that high, but
I'll double
I remember
check.
8.25,
But he
maybe-
gets
maybe that
gets
was-
That was 6 years.
8.4.
I was so close.
Wow.
8.4. So, like, he's getting top money, but, like, you know, in comparison to guys in that draft class,
Yeah.
you know, like with the Marners of the world,
Yeah.
you know, he's getting, you know,
10
2
and
to
a
3
half.
mil more. But, yeah, it's,
he
we'll
gets paid
see.
as much as
But, you know,
Matthews.
this is also a team that, like, you know, if with the amount of pieces that they have available to move, like in that
They
third,
can.
they can grab, like, there's still teams like Winnipeg looking for defense, and what do they have as trade bait?
Patrick Laine.
So
Could you
I don't know.
imagine him on that team?
You
bro?
can. There's
Him
just
and
so
Al-
much
him and Aho are
possibilities.
friends, too.
So much possibilities. They're well coached by Brendan Moore. So we'll see about Carolina. Again, top team. We listed 4 teams, and then 4 of them are all great. So
The Metro's so
So
tight,
stacked.
man.
Let's,
It's
right?
nuts.
Let's move on
It's not
to
even fair.
the Islanders.
Yeah.
The Isles.
Buddy, listen. The Auzzie hates the Islanders. He didn't expect for them to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'll be honest with you, I had Philly beating them to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. I had it 7, but like the sheer will of that team. I don't know if
it's the will and the coaching. The coaching is so strong. Very strong.
Mistaken me if I'm wrong. Did they making like big moves?
Nothing huge.
So what they did was they got rid of Taves.
Start trading him
And-
to Colorado.
Yeah, and then so I was reading somewhere where, you know, replacing Taves, they're hoping to replace him with their draft pick, their old draft pick, Noah Dobson. You know, they got rid of their tandem is kind of all broken up, like their goalie tandem of Grice and
Varlamov.
Varlamov. So they're looking to replace him, but they recently got they have a KHL goalie in the midst. So I guess his name is Sorkin. So I don't know. Hopefully,
They have a bad Andrew Latt's contract there is horrible.
they have some bad. I guess they have a bad
think-
contract in him, but he's not really playing too much. And then
but he's in the AHL.
Is Brock Nelson still on that
He's
team?
there.
Brock Nelson's still on that team. This is also the year where Barzell. This is his
Offer sheet year.
This is his RFA. He's an RFA at the end of this year. So is he going to get his big payday?
There's a
With
few.
the Barry Trotz system, he hasn't been able to go off like in his rookie season.
Yeah.
I think any other team, he would have 100 points.
Like he would be insane.
But
Like-
I think even with this system, he really shows his worth, right? So he's one of those guys that it's like watching a game of like takeaway. Like no
Yeah.
one.
Would you,
He's incredible.
So dumb, man.
if you're a team, would you give up your whole future for Barzell? Would you give him
the
10
Oilers
points?
traded that pick for Griffin Reinhart.
We get it.
You know how much that hurts?
We get it.
That's funny.
You watch him.
The Leafs also traded Tuukka Rask.
The Leafs did a lot of stupid stuff.
What?
No. Anyways.
He won a
What do you guys get? Andrew Raycroft?
Yeah. Anyways.
Columbus Blue Jackets.
No. So I just want to finish on the Islanders. They're a super boring team, but they always kind of are in this middle ground where they could always compete because of the style of play that they have. Their defense, they had guys like what the hell's his name?
Zizekas?
Cizikas and
Boychuk.
and
Pellich.
Pellich and all these guys and Pollock, like
They still have Boychuk.
Johnny Boychuk's still on the
Yeah,
team.
Johnny Boychuk. But they just had these guys last year in the playoffs just play so well.
Yeah, they did.
And it was so weird because they're not those guys.
They're not
but
big
they're
names,
just
yeah.
they play a very well structured team or very well structured game, so they could always be top guys. But yeah.
Moving on to the Columbus Blue Jackets. I think actually no, they didn't sign Pierre-Luc Dubois yet. I don't think.
No, he is a he's an RFA. Well, pending RFA.
And then they got Max Domi. So they've
They got
they lost Josh Anderson, but he didn't play. He played like 20 games, and didn't play in the playoffs.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah. I think Columbus, like you said, like I think they're gonna be similar to the Islanders. They're not gonna go. They won't regress, but I think they're gonna stay. Cause bro, they're in a tough division. They're in a tough conference. So it's not like really like if you put like Columbus or the Islanders in the Western Conference, they'd be even though they're still up there in their division, they'd be 1 and 2.
I think they were definitely a wild card team in the East.
Who-
Based
so-
on right now. Like, how far can you go without having?
A goalie.
What are you
No,
talking
I
about?
think they have a goalie.
They
Two goalies.
they arguably have one of the best goalie tandems in the league.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were
I'm
talking
saying
about
like how long can you go without having like a big name? You know
But
what
the
I mean?
thing is,
Like,
they're built around not having a big name.
I know that, but once they can never hurt. They have like what $13 million of cap space. You know what I mean?
They have tons of cap space. They have a great goalie system.
Great coach.
So great coach. I think they're
It's
very similar.
Ohio.
Yes,
It's
and I
Ohio,
hate
like-
all of them.
like you think
everyone,
about it.
every team in Ohio, I don't like them.
Think about who was there: Panarin, Duchesne, Bob. They all left.
Panarainen.
So like you can't say they had a lack of like big name talent. They did.
No, you're right. They did.
They had big name talent, but like with the luck of the draw, like they just left. Like Panarin went and got paid with the Rangers. Bob got overpaid with the Panthers, and then Duchesne got whatever. That was a blessing that Duchesne left.
Yeah, of course. But I think this team is just built off depth, right?
Yeah.
Just straight up built off depth. They
and
have
defensive play.
defensive minded, well coached. Their goalies are great. They do need goal scoring. They need more. They need a star. I think Panarin being there obviously was huge for them. Like losing him, it didn't seem to have changed much in terms of standings.
Yeah.
But still, there's a guy there that's like irreplaceable, right?
Yeah.
Just for the amount that he stats that he brings, right, and how much he makes others better, right?
Maybe they're good at Mike Hoffman.
And their defense is just insane. Like
Yeah.
Jones and Werenski. Like,
Jones and
enough said.
Werenski, honestly, when you think about when you say defensemen, you think about the Petros, the Yosis, the Hedmans, all those. But honestly,
The
people,
future of the league.
you really don't you think about about Seth Jones and Werenski, but you really don't mention them with the tops. I think they need to start being mentioned with
for
the
sure.
tops.
Yeah.
What they did in the Seth Jones, how many minutes did he play that one game?
Well, like three
Oh,
years.
He played 3 years.
Yeah, literally.
It was
how many overtimes did it go into?
Six
Something.
overtimes.
Pull
It
it
was
up,
the
pull it up.
second longest game I think in NHL. history.
Bro, and shout out to Corpus. I think it was
Korpisalo
Corpusalo.
was in that, yeah.
Bro,
You know,
they had him with the Wilt Chamberlain paper with how many saves he made. Come on, man.
What was I say to you? That game against Tampa, that was the perfect
Playoff game.
5
representation.
overtimes. Sorry, guys.
Five?
Five.
Perfect representation of the Columbus Blue Jackets. Because you know why? they can hang on. They hang on.
Hard nose.
And like by the skin of their teeth, they just hang on. But they just don't have anybody that can, like go in there and score a goal. You know what I mean? Like a clutch goal. They don't have that, and I think that's what they need. So until they get that, I really can't see them as a competitor.
But they have some cap space, so they could make a move
Yeah.
on the available guys.
Mike Hoffman.
Maybe getting a guy like Hoffman. I was just about to say Duclair, but that guy got punted so fast out of.
He doesn't like
Columbus.
him and Torts did not like.
I
each
was
other.
only mentioning that not because I think he's a great player. I think like overall player. I think scoring wise, he's a piece that I think that is one guy that's kind of floating out there. That if a team needs
Athanasiou.
some scoring, they could use him. I don't know about Athanasiou, to be honest, but
What the hell's wrong with that this year? Like, what do you think's gonna happen to him?
I don't think he's getting offered to nothing, bro.
no, I think he'll end up
He'll go
floating around to
somewhere.
a team.
Play, but like
He'll end up floating around to a team that probably doesn't need him. So
the lack of urgency, like it kind of like
Kind
whoa,
of concerning, right? Yeah.
and
Well, apparently Hoffman's looking at the Oilers. Just saying. I know we're talking about the Metro right now, but the
Who's
Oilers are on his list.
Who's the last?
Rangers. They're a heavy offensive team with the kind of guys. They have tons of firepower on their top six.
They won't win anything, and while they still have Ryan Strome on that team, he is gonna drag them down.
But
I know
on a-
Boxy's a big Rangers fan. He probably agrees with me.
on a more
Just dreadful watching that guy play.
I think on a more serious note, I think Panarin's still gonna do what he's gonna do. I think he'll
Oh,
hit.
for
100,
sure,
I think he'll hit
yeah.
100 this year.
Bro,
if it's a full-
Zibanejad is gonna be the heart and soul of that
They
team.
still laugh. And there's still Kako, so they still
Yeah.
like Kako still has to prove himself. Obviously, Laugh's first year.
And they
So.
have
Again,
Zibanejad.
they're a very high octane team. They could score some goals.
Their
They can
defense
get points. There's the question mark of goalies because there's obviously tons and tons of hype on their goalies, right?
Georgiev, yeah, it's just
On
like-
Georgiev and Shesterkin, is it? I just didn't know how to pronounce it, but we'll see how they turn out, right? I think that's kind of a common theme,
toss-up, yeah.
common theme in the Metro. They have these top offensive minded players, and then it kind of goes all question marks in the net. So we'll see how they turn out. We'll see. I'm very curious to see this new first overall pick, Lafreniere. Am I saying that right?
Lafreniere,
Yeah, so I'm curious to see how he's gonna turn out. So
I just say Laugh just to be like.
just to be
Just to be
safe.
safe, just to
Yeah.
not step on any toes. You know what? One thing about the Rangers, and it's always been like that for me, it's their team number 15. If I have to rank the teams from my favorite to my least
Oh, your
favorite,
favorite,
they're
okay,
team
okay.
number 15. They're right in the middle. Well, I guess 16 now because it's 32 teams. But I just never really cared for the Rangers. Sorry, Bopsy.
Yeah,
I just
fair
never
enough.
really.
Fair enough. I don't know. They seem pretty boring, but
Yeah, but like they're gonna be a great team, I think. Wow, they have D'Angelo as the 5th best player on that team. That's interesting.
That's horse shit.
But anyways, last team in the Metro. Sorry,
For good reason too.
for good reason. And
Jeez.
probably gonna stay there. The New Jersey Devils.
And that's the end of the
Joel to
podcast.
stay there. Straight up, also like talking about boring team. Jeez, what a snooze fest.
Mackenzie Blackwood is like literally like the upside of that team.
That's
Really?
the only upside on that team.
Think so?
Besides Jack Hughes,
Actually, I don't know. I think you.
I'm not-
praise.
I'm not
Blackwood
too-
much.
I'm sold on Blackwood.
I'm not too huge on Blackwood. Like they have Corey Perry. Are they gonna split?
Corey Perry.
Or sorry, wow,
Schneider
Corey Crawford.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, my apologies. Are they gonna split the games between them? We'll see how it goes. Their defense is meh. Are we gonna see Jack Hughes play like a top guy? Like I think that people think he's
Okay,
gonna
but
play?
I thought like when he came first overall, like I don't think people expected him to go out and score like 60, 70
No,
points.
I think honestly,
course.
I thought they were thinking that because he was really hyped. But like that draft year, no one from that draft year was like insane.
I'll tell you this much: I didn't expect Quinn Hughes to outplay him. I obviously like you, like but like bro, his brother like had more points than him.
Isn't there another Hughes getting drafted
Yeah,
this year?
like, I think he's the youngest. I think he also plays defense. If
Is
I'm not
it
mistaken.
Jared?
I don't know.
That's some weird
Either
names.
way.
Who cares? Yeah, he's not even. in the league.
But you have Nico Heischer, which I think is just
He's a Nugent Hopkins,
He's
I
a
think.
Nugent Hopkins. I don't know.
Kyle
We'll
Palmieri
see.
is still on that team.
We'll
Oh,
see.
jeez, put the
We'll
guy to
see
his
about
misery.
this team.
Do they still have Subban?
yeah, they do.
They're
Perfect,
they're
great.
just
I
a
can still
strange
see
team. They
chopsticks.
were 24th in the league in goals. They're they don't score goals. They're not entertaining. They got a new coach though. They got Alberta's own Lindy Ruff.
But who
they
cares
did.
who they got?
Yeah,
like,
either way.
like they're so bad. It's like they're the New York Jets of the NFL.
Yeah, but
And the
hey,
NHL.
they got Leafs legend.
Oh,
They got Andreas Janssen. So 50
Oh,
goals.
I feel so bad for him.
50 goals on Andreas Janssen.
Man, the only good thing about that team last year was Blake Coleman, and he won a Stanley Cup with the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Literally.
New York, the best thing that came out of the New Jersey Devils, I'll retweet it on the Clean Hit podcast Twitter account. It's like a kid who runs like a New Jersey Devils fan page online, and he's like literally crying after the Oilers beat New Jersey. I remember at the beginning of the season we beat them like 5-2 or something like that. Like they outshot us like 43-12,
Yeah.
but we beat them like 5-2. It's literally a kid like screaming top of his lungs, crying about the team. Best thing for the New Jersey. That's my highlight for New Jersey Devils.
That sums up the team.
2019,
They're a
2020.
6-inch veggie sub. That's what they are.
Yeah, them and Tony DeAngelo are a 6-inch veggie sub.
From Subway, non-toasted.
You heard it from Fishy himself, the glue man.
Right? Like,
Fishy.
who would eat that? Like, right? Like,
But like straight up, like, do you see anybody
order
on
that?
that team that you're actually excited about?
like, bro, like maybe like.
I don't know.
Like
I don't know. Listen, I'm curious to see what Hughes can do, but everyone else, I'm kind of certain that
I
they're
thought
gonna
Gusev was going to be this insane
I'm
player.
certain that these guys are all gonna stay very, the same.
Stagnant.
So-
Like, it's gonna be a lost cause. That team's a lost cause.
But we'll see.
They're the
Oh,
best.
and is PK Subban, is he done?
I think he
I
gets
don't
traded.
know. Who
I
cares?
think he has one
Honestly,
more
who
shot,
cares?
one more trade in him.
Who cares?
Or like,
No, but I
there's
feel
one
like
more trade in him.
But I feel like who cares is the proper thing to say.
Straight up.
Kind of about the whole entire team.
I want him to win a cup.
I don't really care.
I don't.
I don't
You know
really
what?
care.
Subban is gonna. This is what happened to Subban. He's gonna get bought out.
Good dude.
He's
Good
gonna
dude
go.
though.
Yeah, he's a great dude, excellent dude. Like off the ice, I just think like playing wise, I honestly think that he cares more about his off ice image than what he does on the ice.
Maybe he goes back to Montreal.
Nowadays.
I don't really care.
Yeah, exactly. Neither do I. PK Subban, washed up. Straight up, I think he's washed up. At this point.
Yeah, let us know what you guys want to see on merch. If you guys want to see,
I want to see 6-inch veggie sub. That's what I want to see.
The nose.
Personally, nose.
The nose.
I don't care.
You're on glue. Are you on
You're on
glue?
glue. Yeah, we can get all that going.
Auzzie will put MIA on it. So,
So before we wrap this up, which team finishes at the top of the Metro? And you guys' onions.
Completely a toss up in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would kind of.
I put
I'm
the-
gonna keep Washington as the top dogs there, but I think the only things that you could really say is that New York and New Jersey are gonna be at the bottom. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the Islanders as one. Oh, you're talking about the Rangers being at the bottom.
the
Not
Rangers.
Rangers, the Devils
Okay,
at the
okay,
bottom.
I'm just making sure. Yeah, just to clarify.
Myself, I'm gonna say Carolina. Dark
Oh, yeah,
horse.
that's a good
I
pick.
think
That's
Carolina, dark horse.
They need a goalie.
They
though.
just get a goalie, get Thomas Greiss, and then they're set. That's all they need to do. I think
Thomas
that's,
Greiss, didn't he sign with
that's the move they do. Oh,
Detroit?
he's with Detroit. Yeah, never mind.
facts? Get your facts. Yeah.
Speaking of teams that shouldn't exist, the Detroit Red Wings.
Hey, oh, they made some
That's-
good
They
signings.
made big moves. Robbie Ryan.
that's
Ooh.
for next.
Anyways,
time.
that's a different division.
Anyways, guys, thank you for watching with us today. Clean Hit Podcast, episode 12. Catch us next week, next Wednesday, same time as usual.
Make sure you comment below on what you want to see on merch.
Yeah, that. And also catch CHP Ranked, the show where we rank stuff.
And catch GLP every.
Every Monday, DLP. See, DLP, I shot you guys
I
out
got
too.
you. I got you.
All right, guys, thanks.
Yeah, peace.
Have a good day.